Hey, what's going on, guys? Archer Mark here. I'm back with another Star Wars review, and this is the Lego Star Wars mini set Death Star Troopers. And it's a very cool set. These sort of like troop builder sets. These can be a really neat set. Some of them are hit or miss. You know, the accessories. Usually, you're buying these sets for the minifigures, and the little vehicle or weapon that is included sometimes is not the greatest, but I think this is a nice little bonus accessory or Lego piece to build there. I think this is a very cool set. So I'm happy, very happy to have this in my Lego collection. So cool set, not overly expensive, not overly big. First off, we'll give you a look at the box. And again, we have the Lego Star Wars logo. We have this Darth Vader image, kind of supposed to be inspired from Episode 3, I believe, back when the movies were supposed to get a 3D release. And if we go over here, ages 6 to 12, set number 75034, Death Star Troopers, 100 pieces. And we get a cool image, so a little fantasy situation of the 4 minifigs and the Death Star cannon that is featured in this set. And also you see here also features the new style Lego blasters. I'll show you those. Not a fan at all. Okay, up here's a close-up image of the new blasters. Okay, actual size, you know. And here's this side, and nothing else. On the back, this shows off some of the features that you have. Again, showing off the new blasters. The turret moves up and down. The flick missile feature, and just other sort of, again, like little fancy images of the Death Star cannon and little minifigs. Okay. There's the box, and that's pretty much it for the box. Again, with no Lego set is complete without a little guide here. Just go step by step. Again, this one is pretty thin. It's only 100 pieces, so it's not an overly difficult build or anything like that. If you're familiar with Lego sets, you know, again, just takes you step by step on how to put this together. It's very quick. But I would always suggest keep the manual. If you throw out the box later on, that's fine, but I would always keep the manual, because you never know, these things come apart or whatever, and you can put it back together if need be. So here we go. I'm going to show you this cannon, and we'll give you a closer look at the minifig. So you have one guy seated right here. And I like this. This is basically to show the big laser cannon that we see on the Death Star, particularly in A New Hope. And it's a neat little piece. It looks pretty cool to me. We got like gray and lighter gray and black pieces, of course reds for the tips of the cannon. And I like this. I think it's a neat little piece. Again, like I said, sometimes with these little mini sets, you know, people buy them mostly for the figures, but the vehicle or weapon that is included sometimes is a little kind of lame. But I think this one looks pretty cool. You know, as you can see, it does elevate up and down. It does not swivel, which would be cool, but I like the up and down movement. You know, and I see this, and it makes me think of the cannon that we see in A New Hope during the whole space battle there. So very cool. You do have this seat on this side, which that can swivel around, and you can put one of the minifigs. Here you have the Death Star gunners, which you get 2 of these guys and 2 of the Royal Guards. Again, we'll show you a little bit closer in a moment. So that's a cool little feature. While we're at it, here is the new blaster, which if you press down, let's see, press down on that little thing, and it fires the little projectile. And they go pretty far, but it just I don't know. something about it I don't like. It looks okay like that, or when there's a projectile in there, but now it just looks, I don't know, it just looks cheesy or hokey. It's something about it I just don't like. So you have that. You also have the flick missile there for the cannon, and that's what this looks like. You know, and we'll just put that. I'll just put that back in. Just reloads. These do not fire out. They're just kind of there for show. But it's a neat thing. Again, you know, flick missiles. It's part of the thing with Lego. It's kind of a trademark for Lego. Also, you always get extra parts in these Lego sets, and included in the extra parts is you get extra of these little projectiles. So if you lose any, which you're bound to do, or you just want to, you know, have just extras firing around, they're there. So that's cool that they do that. Okay. Now we'll get on to the minifigs. Now, as you can see, there's the Death Star gunner. Now we get to move him out of the way. So here is him without the helmet. I'll give you a good look there. And there's his face. Again, he's got the little microphone set there, so you could talk with other Imperials on the Death Star or any other place. There's only one-sided printing on this guy as far as the head. He's just all black, a little bit of back printing, a little bit of printing on the leg, some nice printing on the chest. I like the little silver done for the belt, the little buckle, and the little pouches on the belt. I think that's a neat little touch. Again, the little details like that they managed to fit in these Lego figures, I think is very cool. Okay, so here's him, and I'll give you a look at his helmet. They're both the same, so that's why I put one with the helmet and one without. And this is a cool little helmet. It's nicely sculpted. Again, a little bit of paint detail right there, a little bit of blue, a little silver there. So that's cool. And then we have the Imperial emblem right on the center. Silver, it's very nicely painted. So we got that, and we got this guy. And now you get two of these guys, of the Royal Guards, and these guys look really cool. Again, they're both the same. There's no face underneath. If you remove the helmet, it's just like a black headpiece. There's no printing on the face, so they're both exactly the same. But these guys look really cool. A little bit of printing, again, not an over amount of detail because he's just all red, and he has the little cape, and no printing on the back. So, but still very cool. He's got his little force pike weapon thing here, guard pike, and just, you know, two little different shades of red, like on the arm and the hands, but then the rest of the body and the helmet is a different shade. But overall, these guys, they're not, again, there's not a lot of printing, there's not a lot of detail, but they just look really cool. And again, the Royal Guards and the Death Star gunner are both figures that I do not have in Lego form yet until this set. So I have two of them now, which is very cool. So we'll move this back into place there. Let's get this guy. Let's set him up there. Let's put these guys up front. So this set, I think, definitely is the main feature is the minifigs. This is definitely a set you want to pick up for these 4 minifigs, especially if you love Imperials, if you love to army build your Lego minifigs. This is definitely a set to pick up. I believe this retails, I think it's around $14.99, if I'm not mistaken, which isn't bad. 4 figures, you get the cannon, which again is a nice piece, but the main attraction again is the minifigs. So, but I would definitely recommend it. You know, if you have some extra old blasters you want to put with these guys, and if you don't want to use the new blasters, that's the one downside. I'm not a fan of these new blasters, but other than that, it's a really nice little set. It's definitely worth picking up. Lego sets aren't usually overly hard to find, so you shouldn't have too much trouble. I've seen this in Toys R Us, Target, Kmart. They've been all over. So these sets should not be too hard to find. And again, they're not a really, really high price point like some of the bigger Lego sets can be. So there you have it. That's all I can say about this. I've gone over everything. This is Lego Star Wars set Death Star Troopers. It's a great set. Definitely worth picking up. I can't stress that enough. I think it's definitely worth the money for the cannon, and then again the minifigs. It just looks so cool. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this review. As usual, comment, rate, subscribe, and until my next video, may the Force be with you.